Hey y'all, what is good? Welcome back to another video. If you're new, welcome. My name is Morgan and this is Mo Life. We talk about life, love, health, relationships, all that good stuff. If you're returning, welcome back. We're in a different location today. I just kind of film wherever I feel like it. So this is where we are today. The topic for today, and I'm wearing the appropriate color, is red flags in men that you might be missing. So I know that there are a lot of people that speak on red flags, and a lot of them are like pretty basic, like common sense, but I want to speak on some red flags that could be missed or could be easily an excuse made for them. We're gonna dive right into it. These are all from personal experience, things that I've seen, in my friends, co-workers, relationships, and wanted to share with you all so you can learn from all of our wonderful mistakes. All right, the first red flag is when this man has nice things but does not take care of them. For example, he has a nice car, but it's always dirty, always has trash, smells like smoke, doesn't take care of it, has a nice apartment, it's always dirty, is attractive, but isn't doing skincare, isn't, taking care of his health. The common theme of having something nice and not taking the time and putting in the effort to take care of it. This may be like, Morgan, how is this relevant to me? You're a nice thing, aren't you? If he can't take care of his car, what makes you think he's going to take care of you? It's a matter of principle, a matter of character. If a man knows that he has something nice and of high quality, he's going to put in more effort and energy to maintain it and make sure that it's running at a high level. Do you see what I'm saying? All right, number 2 is when he lies about small things that don't matter to other people. Lies about where he's at, lies about calling them back, lies about, what he's been doing, what he's been on. Small lies, again, it's a matter of character. Why are you lying about small things that literally don't even matter? It just kind of makes you question, like, if he's lying about this, what else is he lying about? I guess that one's kind of basic, but just kind of keep in the back of your mind, if he's always lying about, what he's been on, where he's been, who he's been with. Like, for example, his friend calls him and you're with him, and he's lying about where he's at, or he's lying about, oh yeah bro, I'll call you back, and then he never calls people back. That's a red flag, because you can't even keep small baby promises. It's a matter of keeping your word and being honest. So small lies, small pee energy. Okay, this relates to the last one, but this one is when he doesn't consistently keep his word, or he always has an excuse for something. My goodness, I've seen all these boy math videos where it's like, boy math is when he tells you that he's gonna do something but never actually does it, but the fact that he told you he was gonna do it means that he actually did it. That one's funny to me. I feel like it's very common, but this idea of never following through or having an excuse for everything, there's a little saying that I came up with where if his list of excuses is longer than his dick, it's time to quit. What I am saying is that there's no need for excuses. Actions speak louder than words. The number one thing that I've learned from being around men is that their words don't mean anything. They have to stand on it. What are they actually doing? And excuses are just empty promises, and we don't have time for that. You deserve somebody that's following through on things, and who can give you what you need without a million and one reasons as to why it didn't happen, because that shit's old. It's really old, honestly. I also want to tie this into what can happen. This is a red flag. What can happen when you try to hold him accountable for something that he said he was going to do? If this man makes an argument out of it, okay? That's a huge red flag. Let's say he promised, hey baby, I'm gonna plan date night for us on Friday. I'm gonna plan date night on Friday. Friday comes around and he ain't planned nothing. So as a woman, as a person, you're gonna ask him, hey baby, did you said you was gonna do this for us, what happened? If he gets mad at you and tries to flip it on you and tries to be like, I did all these things for you this week, I've done da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da, and oh my goodness, you're just always on my ass about everything, and he's turning it into an argument instead of, oh my goodness, I forgot, taking accountability for it. That's the biggest freaking red flag, and it's so frustrating to be in that situation. So if they do that, what did OT Genesis say? Cut that shit. Another red flag is when he always uses his past as an excuse. Obviously, we all have been through some shit in our life. It's life. Life's not easy. There comes a point where you have to understand that we are grown-ass adults. We are grown. We're grown, baby. I'm not going to sit here and take all my trauma out on you because it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. And so a man that always uses his past as an excuse is likely doing that because he's done it and gotten away with it. He can play the sympathy card, can play the empathy card. And honestly, it's just a matter of him refusing to take accountability for his own actions. There's a difference between, this happened in my past and I'm struggling with it and I'm working through it, versus this happened in my past and I'm just gonna project all of that emotions and feelings and unresolved issues onto you and expect you to just deal with it because it's happened in my past. We're grown. We're grown. We're too grown for that. I'm tired of hearing it. Go to therapy. All these free YouTube channels on how to be a better man, how to be a better woman, how to heal from your past, how to do your shadow work. Read some books, watch some YouTube videos, heal. That's what he needs to do, and not make an excuse for his behavior all the time because, again, it's getting old. Another red flag is when he always takes the easy route on things. So I'm a firm believer in work smarter, not harder, but there is a line when that comes to just being lazy. Is he always taking the easy route on things? Is he never doing things the correct way? Is he always looking for ways to shortcut, the areas that it would be worthwhile to actually do it correctly and take some more time? This is a matter of character. Again, if he's always taking the easy way out, it's showing signs of he's just lazy and doesn't want to put in the work to do whatever you're doing or whatever he's doing. So just keep an eye out on that. That was one that I didn't really recognize until I stepped away and being like, damn, this person consistently looks for excuses to not do things the right way. Is that really working smarter, not harder? Or does he just not want to put in the effort and the energy to actually do it right? All right, another red flag is when you guys are just living your life. Everything seems to be fine. You're on good energy. You think that everything's good. And then out of the freaking blue, he comes accusing you of stuff, starts small arguments, wants to go through your phone, coming at you all types of sideways. This is what we call projection. He's likely on some dirt and cannot process those emotions. So he's projecting them onto you to make you a problem, to divert the energy from him onto you. Textbook projection. This is a huge red flag, and it's almost 100% of the time indicative of cheating or some type of infidelity or some type of lie he's hiding from you. This is a huge one. This is a basic one. Never, ever, 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 ever ignore it. Don't let him make you feel stupid about it. Don't let him gaslight you, being like, hey, why are you coming at me about all these things out of the blue? And then he tries to make you the problem. Again, all this shit is getting old. It's the same stuff over and over again that I'm seeing these problems in relationships, and we're just not going to tolerate it. So this is a red flag, and notice it and move forward from it appropriately. This other red flag, again, is not one that I hear talked about often, but this is when you start getting panic attacks and you haven't got them before. So we are metaphysical beings, right? We have our physical being, our emotional being, our spiritual being. All of that is always going on. And so we do not always pick up on things consciously, but our subconscious and our energetic field is. So what I'm saying is this, is that we have a central nervous system. It's either in fight or flight or freeze, sympathetic, or parasympathetic, where you're just you're relaxed, you're calm, you feel safe. Fight or flight, safety. When you are around somebody and you start getting more panic attacks and you start to feel more anxiety, and you can directly correlate it with them or with your relationship or things that they have been doing that make you feel more anxious, more on edge, more whatever, your central nervous system is going to go into fight or flight because you don't feel safe. When you don't feel mentally safe or physically safe, this can kick this central nervous system into response. If you are getting panic attacks, this person is probably triggering something inside of you, and that's a really big red flag, because some part of you doesn't feel safe with them. whether that is physically, whether they've, put hands on you or threatened you, or whether that's emotionally, they always gaslight you. You don't feel emotionally safe. They always turn you into a problem. That's emotional unsafety. That's a really important thing as well to understand. Notice if you start getting panic attacks, and trust your body and trust your intuition that it's trying to, let you know that something is going on that's deeper than what you may realize. That's a big one. All right. The next red flag isn't really a red flag. It's more of a question that you need to ask yourself. If you had children with this person, you want children, you want a family, if you're honest with yourself about this person, would you want your future children to be anything like them? If the answer is no, that is a red flag, and that means that this person is probably not right for you, because if you're going to have children with this person, and if you want to, they should be somebody that you'd want your children to look up to, and your children are literally going to become mini versions of them. So ask yourself these hard questions, really, really dig deep and be honest with yourself, because that's a whole big thing, to have a child with somebody that you would not want to be anything like them. So think about that. And the last thing that I'm gonna say is another question for reflection to ask yourself, and it is this. And I ask a lot of people when they come to me with their relationship problems, this is the question I always ask them, is if nothing changed, right? If nothing changed, would you be okay with this for the rest of your life? And all of them just kind of stare at me, because the answer is no. But this is what we do, especially as women, is we live in this fantasy world of potential. If this one thing changed, then it would be fine. Oh, if he just stopped cheating. Oh, if he just stopped gambling. Oh, if he just started paying more bills. Oh, if blah, blah, blah. In the future, if this, then this. Bullshit. Like I said before, a man is about action. He's going to stand on it. If he's doing it, he's going to do it. Or if, he's planning on doing it, he has a plan in place and he's taking baby steps towards that, that's wonderful. But if you keep, putting your happiness at this, if this, then this, if this, oh, in the future, then it'll be fine, that's a red flag, sis, because the only thing that exists is right now. And if you're consistently unhappy with your relationship in the present moment, and there's no reasonable, actionable steps being taken for your relationship to improve, or for him to fix or work on, or for you to fix and work on, whatever needs to be better, that's a sign that it might not be working out, and you might want to reevaluate what you are doing. All right, so those are my red flags. I have no idea how many that was, but those were just the first ones that came to my mind. Feel free to like this video and share it with somebody who you think needs to hear this. Please comment your own red flags that you've seen as well. It just breaks my heart seeing how many people are in relationships that are like internally killing them, and that they are clearly unhappy in. And honestly, I'm really sad, and I'm tired of seeing it, because this life is so short, and we don't deserve to be in relationships that are draining us. Like, life is already hard enough. Your relationship should be your safe haven from the world. That's my perspective, at least. But yeah, that is all for today's video, and I will catch y'all next time.